Okay, so here we are out North Park. Collin, say hi.
Hello.
So our brand new kayaks, we just got them registered, and we're about to give it the inaugural rowing across the water if we don't get attacked by geese that are right there off in the thing. Collin, why did we get these kayaks?
That's a great question, Dan. Well, you want a kayak that's going to be good for flat water. So here we are at North Park, and it's pretty windy sometimes. So you want a boat that's not going to turn around, short enough that you can navigate it easy. It's got a nice keel, so it doesn't have a lot of kick when you're paddling. And it's got a nice little drop-down function thing, so you can take it on a river if you wanted to.
Awesome. Well, I say we've filmed enough. Let's get these things in the water.
What's up?
Okay, here we are. Collin, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome out here on the water on our canoes.
Kayaks.
I'm sorry. I used to have a canoe. Barely anybody on the water today except some fishermen. What do you have to add, Collin?
Teaching Dan how to paddle in a kayak.
And we figured out for the cost of buying these kayaks, we need to be on the water for 72 hours this summer to pay for them instead of renting. So we're working on those 72 hours this weekend. So Collin, as I told you yesterday, I was seeing my mom the other day, and I told her we bought these boats and we were going to go out, and her first thing was that both of us are going to die. So if we do flip one of these over, what do we do?
Right. Well, first we've got our life jackets on, so we're not going to drown.
Okay.
So you need two boats to ride a flipped kayak.
Really?
Yes. You want to make sure that your kayak isn't going to sink, right? So you flip it over and it's starting to collect water. You're going to need a second boat that comes over. So what I would do is I'm in the water, you're going to be in your boat, you stay in your boat, and then I would take my boat and sort of crash it on top of yours.
Okay.
So it's upside down, the whole side's collecting water. I'm going to try and get underneath that boat and swim as hard as I can and push it onto your kayak, and you're going to help to pull it up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to I'll try and lift it out of the water, you'll hang on to your end, and we'll drain that water out of the kayak. And then we should be able to flip it over while it's still on your boat and slide it back into the water.
How easy is it to get back into the boat from the water?
Now the boat's upright, I'm in the water, so you're going to enter onto the boat from the front. Because if you try and get on the side of the boat, you're just going to flip that boat back over.
Gotcha.
So you grab onto the front, pull yourself up, and then very gracefully wiggle on and get inside the kayak.
Now, I must admit that I didn't realize you couldn't do this solo. So like if I was just out boating by myself after work and I flipped the boat, I'm kind of screwed.
We should never boat alone.
Okay, so we have paddled a few miles at this point. You can see the boathouse there in the background. We keep going in and out of rain today. Collin now has his raincoat on. And just a few minutes ago, we got pulled over by the game commission or the fish commission or the county police. I don't know who pulled us over, but because they didn't see Collin's life jacket underneath his rain jacket. So my question to you, Collin, is I didn't think you had to wear a life jacket. I just thought as an adult you had to have one in the boat. So apparently I am incorrect?
Right. It's either a state or a county law, but whenever you're in a state park or a county park, you have to have a life jacket on.
Now, you were talking about something else we needed to keep in mind.
Yeah. So in your last session thing here, you asked, well, what happens if my boat flips over and I'm by myself? And I was like, you can just drag it to the edge of the water. But that got me thinking, right? So you can either boat with a buddy. You should do that. But if you're going to boat alone, there is a thing called a float plan. So a float plan, you have a piece of paper. You say where you're going to put in, where you're going to take out, who you are, maybe your boat information in case your boat shows up and you don't, and how long you plan to be out. So, I got here at 1, I'm going to leave here at 3, plan to be back, going to this point and back. And then you put that in like a sheet protector, and you put it on your windshield of your car.
Gotcha. I never would have thought of that.
Yep.
And guess what we did not leave today?
Float plan.
So here we are. We're back on solid ground. Kayak 1, and Collin zipping up his rain jacket. How do you feel there, Collin?
Feels good.
That was a good workout.
Nice that it's now sunny.
Yeah, And when we're done.
60-degree day with 45-degree water.
Yeah, of course it rained on us half the time we were out there, but that's okay. First trip is done. Now it's time to make some dinner and relax for the night. We probably won't be able to move our arms tomorrow, but that's good. Well, there'll be more trips to follow.